Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd share an easy card with you that uses minimal supplies so that you can use up all those collections that you've got, no matter what company it is, when you've got all sorts of bits left over to make some really lovely cards. So these are what I'm calling the easy double Z fold cards. There's loads of instructions on the internet, different sizes, different ways of putting the Z on there. These are my little versions. If you want to have a look at other ones, Sam Colcott's got some. These are most closely to the measurements of G at Creative Moments. But have a look and there's just put in Z fold cards or double Z fold cards and you will see all sorts. So let's get started. So I've used Graphic 45 papers. This one is from Botanical Tea. I'll move these out of the way. And it opens just like so. I've used the bits that I've got from this collection on the papers, and on these white versions, white card bases, you can write on the back or pop a little message here. I've altered my little measurements here just slightly just to fit that one in. This one is using the Wizard of Oz papers. I haven't got very many of these, but you don't need much to create a lovely card. I love this poppy background, and I footy cut the characters from one of the sheets. I've added a white piece of card on the back there. This one is the Fairy Boutique, more fussy cutting again from the papers. Excuse me. You don't need much. And again on the inside there. And then this one is from the Raining Cats and Dogs collection. I love the papers in this one. Lots of plaids, checks, tartans, that kind of thing, and flowers. So you can decorate them as much as you like. So let's get started and I'll tell you how I've made mine. So for the base, you need a piece of 11 by 4¼ inch card, and you need to score this at 2 3/4, where are we, and 5½. So this is the first bit, 2 3/4 and 5½. And all you want to do for that is fold it in half first, and then fold it back on itself. And that gives you this size, which will fit in your, in America, A2 envelopes or our little C6 envelopes. So that's the first part, that's the first Z. The second Z is a piece which is 10 inches by 2 3/4. You can make this wider, that's what I mean when you look at on some people's, they've got a wider version, which is great. I might have a fiddle about with that and see how I like it. And you want to score on this one, where are we, at 4 3/4 and 7½. That's our 4 3/4, that's our first fold, and then our second fold. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a throat this morning. And these two will go together just like so. So let's get decorating. So I've decided to use another Botanical Tea papers that I've got, and you need a base mat first. The first one is for this panel, 5 1/4 by 4. So let's get some glue on that. That's our first one going on. This lovely floral. I've done mine with 1/4 inch borders on everything, but if you want to do just a slimline border, then you can cut your panels a bit bigger. Then I've got two base mats which are 4 by 2½. I'll pop these on. Now on one of my other collections, which was the Wizard of Oz, I had a border strip left over in green, and I thought, oh, that might be quite nice to add to this papers. So I've cut the border strip and added it to the bottoms. So just to add a little element of decoration, and again using up your scraps. So I'll pop this one on, and then I will, oops, wiggle that on. Make sure that I've got a spare piece here. Here's this one that I'm going to add along here. So these were the hearts from the Wizard of Oz paper, but I'm not going to waste it because the green will tie in with this one. And that just gives a little bit of interest at the bottom there. I like that. So once we've decorated that first Z fold. Then you want to move on to your second one. So this one, you need a piece which is 4.5 by 2.5. So I've got this lovely green pattern. And the thing with graphic 45 papers, they all do mix and match together. I've just popped a little bit of vintage photo around the outside. And then I have got a 2.25 by 2.5 for this piece. There. And this piece is slightly smaller, so let me just get my ruler. Bear with me a second, that I've disappeared with. I haven't got my inches now. Bear with me a second. I've just measured that and I've come back in and adjusted my measurements there. So I've got a 2.5 by 2.5 here. And then for this end panel, I've got a 2.25 by 2.5, which is this one here. I thought best check those so that you have got the measurements. So let's pop that one on this end. And that way, that whatever's on this one doesn't peek out. You can make it the same size if you want to. It's entirely up to you. You just have to extend your white card slightly. And on top of this one, I wanted a little sentiment panel of white card, which is 2 by 2.25. I'm just going to pop that one on the top there. Okay, so nice and easy. You've got all the instructions there. If I pop that on the screen, you should be able to get those, take a screenshot, the addition of this little bit here. There we go. Okay, so now you've got your card base, and this is how you want them lined up. A large piece on this side and a large piece on this side. And then all you want to do is pop it together. So it's going to go like this. So first of all, I get mine lined up where I want it, and I'm going to add this panel first. So I'm just going to add, I'll pop it that way, glue up to this edge here. So let's pop some of that glue on. Plenty on. And then I open it out a bit because I don't want it to get jammed there. And place that so that this is in the middle. Get that on. Nice and lined up where you want it, and straight, and give that a good push down. Give it a minute to grab, and you can see now just by the small amounts of paper that I've used that you can make lots of these cards with very little papers. So you've got that side. Now you want to flip it over and put glue all over this back piece here. Pop that on, make sure it's nice and gluey, and in the folded position, fold it and stick it down and give that a mo to grab. So if you're using graphic 45 papers, you're easily going to have combinations that you can use with the papers, and if you've got fussy cuts too, you can use those, or you can use the die cut pieces from the ephemera packs. You might not have graphic 45 papers, you might have something else, and you can make just as beautiful cards with it. So let's get going with that. So I've got these roses to use. So I've popped some foam pads on to start with. So I'm just going to get these at the ready. Get my little foam pad bits off. Now you can add things over the edge, as long as you don't come over the edge of this panel, as long as you don't really come over the edge of this panel, so that they fit in your envelopes. So that's going to be my first one. Pop that one there. There we go. I've got a bit of room there. I know how much room I can come over. And then I've got this one here, another rose. This Botanical Tea really is a lovely collection. So I'm just going to take that. I'm going to pop that one over this corner. If you're not sure how much leeway you've got, just place it on top of your envelope and you'll know. Then I've got this celebration piece, so I want a few bits in this middle area here to prop that up to the same size, especially if I'm going to place it there, to make sure it is supported by the foam pads, like so. I'm going to take those off. And the thing with these, with the minimal supplies, they do look fab afterwards, because you look like you've spent lots of time on them, and just that little bit of kineticness with the movement of the card makes them something different, without a great deal of effort, to be honest. Okay, so we've got that there. Is it straight? Then I have got a little postage stamp, which I think I might pop here, and another one here. Might put both of those. Let's just see. Yeah, why not? I've got a little bit of ink left on this pad here. I'll just finish those edges off. And I think I'll have those like that. So I'll put that one on. So the right way up. No, haven't got my glasses on, so that would have helped. Okay, pop that one just slightly going over the edge there. And this one I think I'm going to add a couple of foam pads just to add a bit of dimension to this one. Let's pop these on. I can get the backs off. There we go. Tuck that in there. And then I've got a couple of butterflies. I can tie that bit of blue in if I want to down there, or I can have this little pink one. Let's hold off with the butterflies for a second and pop this in here first, and I can decide. I've got another postage stamp here, and I've got a rose here. I think I'm going to have them a bit like that. Now on this one, you don't want to come too far over the edge, or they'll poke out when it's shut, so I'll show you that now. Just pop a bit of glue on and go like that. I'm going to have this overlapping here, so let's get that on. And get this one on top of it, like so, but you want to keep within the confines of that white card, because if you don't, when this shuts, you'll be able to see. So that's your area to work in. Right, let's decide on this butterfly. Who looks the best? I'm going to keep, there's a bit of blue up there, so I'm going to put this blue on, I think. Put my little butterfly on here. There we go. And now to finish that off, I've got some, let me just get rid of these pieces before I knock them everywhere. I have got some gems. Let's get rustle. Let's get those out. And just so that I finish them off like the others, I have put 2 in this top corner here. And then I've put 2 in this bottom corner, like so. That's how I'm going to have mine, I think. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that one. So there's our finished card. If you'd done a coloured background instead of white, you could have added a white panel here, made it the same size as this back panel here. So from my scraps, I think these cards have turned out lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do let me know what you think, and if you're going to make any yourself. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.